Hello Monsters Abound here and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Immortal Empires and part 33 of my Heinrich Kemmler Campaign. Now Stuart going to deal with the enemy Tomb King, and we've also got some Blood Knights and of course our Sylvanian crossbowmen who are just opening fire on these poor chariots who have come in to reinforce the main army, which is all the way over here. So this is the main Tomb King army. They've come to try and retake Kemmery. That's not going to go very well. Well, it hasn't gone great for that poor Blood Knight, has it? 2 Blood Knights. Ouch. Never mind, we'll be fine. So here's Stuart's army, just moving up onto the flank. Ow. Got 2 Terrorgeists and our Vargeists who are taking quite a lot of fire, and it's actually from a unit of Ushabti with great bows who are very, very nasty. We've already finished off this little reinforcement group. You see the Stuarts and the Black Coach currently just jumping up and down on the Tomb King. Don't know what his name is, not important, he's dead now. Oop, down he goes. Goodbye, good night. So we can go Pubert and Rupert. Those bone giants with great bows, just mean. Okay, our Blood Knights coming around behind the enemy army, and we're going to get a nice little charge off on their chariots. The chariots are trying to get away. Get them, boys, get them, get them. That's it, that's it, you got them. Good job. And the other Blood Knight's going to come in and deal with this bone giant, because fuck bone giants. Rupert getting stuck in, look at this. Look at him go, good job Rupert. Knocking, and there's Pubert. And Stuart, not Stuart, sorry. Bernard just holding back. Getting Stuart and Bernard mixed up. Oh dear. The Terrorgeists have been blatting. Some of the enemy infantry there, not bad, not bad. Income. The main army led by Stuart, who's also breathing on some of these units. There's a lot of dead skeletons lying around and we've got them completely surrounded. We do have some Necropolis Knights who have come in to engage the Blood Knights. These guys have halberds? No, they are not anti-large. In come the Vargeist. Oh, it's just, don't you just love Vargeists? Such a good unit. Vargeists, Terrorgeists, and of course Stuart on his Zombal Dragon coming in everywhere. There's Blood Knights everywhere as well. This is not going well for the enemy Tomb Kings. It was a spirited attempt, but it was never going to go very well, was it, guys? You can see we are everywhere. Our Terrorgeists are trying to help take out some of these large units. We've got a Hydro Titan, and we've also got a Kemmerian War Sphinx. Taking out these constructs is basically the worst bit about fighting Tomb Kings, because their constructs are just so strong. Very hard to take down. I mean, just a couple of constructs can take a city. If you're playing as the Tomb Kings, the Ushabti are very, very strong. The Hydro Titan is probably the weakest of the constructs, but even then, it's just very, very tanky. You basically I mean, he's got laser eyes. I mean, what more do you want? So we're just overwhelming the Tomb King army everywhere. As you can see, the Necropolis Knights being surrounded. I mean, they've got giant statues with laser eyes and snake statue surfing skeletons. The Tomb Kings have to be one of the coolest factions in the game. You just can't go wrong with them. Skeletons just littering the floor. Some more of these constructs being... I mean, even the Bone Giant with just a... He's a piece of artillery, effectively. But a bit like the... Oh, God. What's the one-eyed Beastman thing called? It's just completely escaped my mind. That thing. And I hate them. I want to call them a Cyclops, but it's not true. Cygor, that's the one. Got there in the end. So you can see the Bone Giant is trying to get... He keeps trying to get away so he can just shoot more. And he's already got 60 kills. But fortunately, with the rest of the army going down, so does he. I still really hate dealing with those constructs. They're just a massive pain in the arse. Ugh, the worst. Never mind. Okay, let's take You know, I don't really need it, do I? Do I? Do I? Do I? Ah, why not? You can't go... Oh, we've got a Banner of Rage. That's nice. And a Rod of Flaming Death. Oh. Do love a good rod. Nice. Now, obviously, this is another special day. Obviously, we've had Christmas. We've had Boxing Day. And now a third part of my What Day Is It episode. Today is my birthday. That's right. And I thought, why not take a look at the legend, the myth, the man that is, well, me. Born on the 15th of August 1769, I rose to become Emperor of France for being defeated and sent to an island off the coast of Tuscany where I invented the 8-wheeled bicycle. No longer interested in imperial conquest, I sold my clothes and sweet, sweet style to a group of wandering Paraguayan peasant women who subsequently left to resume my place as Emperor. At a loss as what to do next, I opened a small nightclub in Plymouth which quickly became known as a rat-infested death trap which only the stupid and totally insane would ever frequent, and as such it was packed to the rafters every single night. But things would not stay rosy forever. After taking some pills offered to me by a bald man in a trench coat and sunglasses, I realised that humanity was living in a virtual reality world created by robots and went on a murderous gun rampage that lasted 3 days, before the drugs wore off, and I came to, lying in a ditch on the verge of the A303 near the Cartgate picnic area, wearing only my underpants on my head and covered in baked beans. This episode led to my long-held and deep suspicion of bald people and dislike of stopping at the Cartgate picnic area. After I cleaned off the beans, I learnt the internet had been invented, and so I decided to take my entertainment skills online and now create YouTube videos that are watched by over 3 people every year. Fantastic stuff. Okay, now heading straight on. We are, of course, heading towards a victory for the campaign with the Black Pyramid of Nagash. We're literally just one settlement away, and as such, the poll is currently open. You can find it in the description. Off you go. Go and find it. I'll wait.
This better be important.
Okay, they've gone. Right, okay, so carrying on, we are going to replace the Vargeist. Do I replace the Vargeist with some Blood Knights? Screw it, yeah, alright. That seems to work for me. Agent 47, you have a skill point which we're going to pop into Gaze of Nagash? Sure. Sure, something like that. And Frieda, Von Frieda, is going to have a replenished troops. Sure. Sure, we are... oh yeah, you. I've forgotten about you. Hello. Yeah, I'll do that. Holy... Son of a bitch. Seriously? Oh, fine, whatever.
Dance macabre.
We lost one. Alright. You know what? I'm going to get some more Hex Wraiths, I think. That's right. We're Hex Wraithing it up. And Stuart has yet another skill point. It's a shame we haven't really seen Saved do much, but it is kind of... He's all the way up here. There's not really much to... I mean, we could send him to kill something, couldn't we?
What do you want?
He's been sort of wandering around, not doing much. We could go and take out this army. I suspect it probably won't want to get caught, but we could try a little, you know, head towards it ambush style, something like that. That could... Who the hell are you? The Scourge of Aquitaine. Okay. Okay, sure. Sure, no fine. And the Fey Enchantress. Ah, she's been a great assassin. I mean, obviously things have made it a little bit easier for the fact that the enemies aren't doing any assassination attempts of their own, which they definitely would be, and probably killing my agents, and because they're not doing that, that means life's a lot easier for me. But frankly, I didn't want to play with the insane 100% all the time AI agents because they are incredibly obnoxious. Let's go steal technology. I mean, no particular reason for us to do that, but why not?
I will not betray you.
We could try and wound Agelia, which we have. Good, we've got another blood smooch. Do we want to spend that? Sure, why not? What did that give us? Wasn't even checking. Vigilance reduction. All you... Oh, well, you know, that's not the worst thing to have, is it? And Benedict. Oh. Didn't you die? Or did I make that up? Okay, well, I guess... No, don't go that way. It's attrition. We'll get attrition because we don't have the Oak of Ages anymore. Not that I really wanted it in the first place. And frankly, it looks better on fire to me. I just like seeing the whole of Athol Loren completely razed to the ground. That is a very pleasing... That's a Christmas present to me, that is. Okay, Unicorn. That one. Have that one. Something like that. That'll be fine. That will be fine. So I hope you all had a good Christmas. I did. We ate too much turkey and then regretted it the next day.
Excuse the tomb.
But it's all good. A tomb breath is more like turkey breath. Heinrich, no, I don't want defensive alliance with you, Luther. No, sorry, buddy. And the poll is up currently. There is Bretonia, and I think it's Lokhir. Either of those would be fine. And I will point out the poll is entirely advisory. I will overrule the shit out of that. I mean, literally, I've just put all the factions. I went, yeah, I wouldn't mind playing that or that or that, and I really have no strong opinion. If I had a strong opinion, I would just go ahead and do it. But frankly, Bretonia, it's got a lot of knights. I like cavalry, so that would be fine. It's also got a lot of disposable peasants, and I love disposable infantry. There's nothing more I like, especially. I mean, yeah, skeletons are disposable, but they don't scream, do they? They don't explode into fountains of blood, and that is, of course, it's just not as fun, is it? Okay, yes, you have wandered straight into an ambush. Oh, this isn't going to go well for you. So let's see what we got. We've got the War Banner. Weapon strength. Okay, so maybe we pop that on the Blood Knights. Let's do something like that. Lichbone Pet. Let's put that on the other Blood Knights. And actually, let's put that. No, you come off. I want more weapon strength on me Blood Knights. And the Lichbone Pennant maybe can go on Saved, because why not? And the Standard Discipline can go on... They make you unbreakable. You've got high lead... who cares? Let's go for it. Ambush is always quite quick affairs. Especially when you have this many knights. Just smash straight into them. And as Saved, he's taking on the Marauder Chief. It's not going to be a fair fight. Off comes his arm, and he's bleeding on the ground. He's just no stamina. That's the problem with these Marauders. They've been completely surrounded already. The Blood Knights have just run them down. The Black Knights, a little bit more trouble. But it's just not too much of an issue, to be honest. We've also got most of the enemy cavalry surrounded. They are trying to fight their way through, but they're going to take a lot of damage doing that. And in comes some spearmen to the rear. That's going to make them break. Of course, because they're routing, it does mean they tend to get away. Routing units will sort of flee much better than you just forcing them to run away themselves. So it's one of the problems with the undead army is the fact that they will just fight to the death. Which means you tend to lose units more often, which is, I guess, why you have the Undead Rise Again ability. So that if you do lose a unit, there's a chance you don't actually lose it. Black Coach getting stuck in as well, and the Blood Knight's just running down Marauders. Saved is he's up to 8 kills, not too bad. He's done quite well. He looks quite funky, doesn't he? Look at the big fin on his head. It's like the dinosaur that kills Dennis Nedray in Jurassic Park. He's going to take a chunk out of these chariots. They don't like that. They're all snappy, but as you can see, he just chops off about, I would say, about a good 10% of their health with each attack. So they decide to run off. With Saved close behind. Skeletons just mopping up the skin walls there. We're taking a little bit of fire. But the enemy army has broken and is running. A rather brutal ambush, that. That's nice to see Saved finally get some action there. Nice work. Let's take the cash. Was he marching? Oh no, he wasn't marching, but he can't. I don't think he can retreat far enough away. We're going to have to deal with Kazarak. I just don't know how poor old Benedict is going to actually manage it. I would like to get a Lhamian vampire in if we could, just to see what they're like. Okay. Corruptor of the Forests. Fine. Okay, good. Stuart Luon has got a skill point. I'll put that in Devastating Charge. Tracy has also got a skill point. We'll put that in Evasion. Just make her a little bit nippier.
This better be important.
Are we all healed up? I think we are all healed. And to be honest, we're not actually that far away from the Black Pyramid. And it does look like they are throwing defences towards it, which is excellent. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, who's going to be... I feel like Stuart. Bernard, he's up there, but he's not quite, is he? Okay, what we're going to do... We're going to switch over some units. So... Stuart, we're going to take these off you, and that. We're going to give you the Blood Knights and the Terrorgeists, and that. I might. Let's take the Karen race off you. I don't. Are the crossbowmen going to be any use? That's the question.
Strike out.
Are they going to be any use?
What?
I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. Okay, Kemmler needs to heal up for one more turn. We could actually just scooch him down here, couldn't we? Something like that. Stuart can also come down here. Whereas Bernard is just going to hold on to Kemmery for a turn. Because we just need it. We just need to hold on to it. I reckon we can hit the Black Pyramid next turn. Can also knock down its walls just for shits and giggles. Just for shits and giggles. Excellent. Okay. Yes. Yes, Benedict. You're going to come down and see if we can deal with Kazrak and Saved. It really does, doesn't it? It's a very shiny, shiny moon, and that's fine. That's excellent. Let's give you quick blood. And we're going to kill off these guys. So you can run, but you can't hide. Unless you did hide, but you didn't, so you're dead. Okay, he's dealt with. We come back and hit Dieter Scharfen. And Saved has another skill point, which, I mean, I do want to make him super tanky. He's going to be a super, I mean, more charge, devastating charge? I mean, he would have 30 charge bonus then. 6, 16, and then 30. That's a lot of charge bonus. That's gonna, anyone who gets charged by him is going to know it for the short time they're alive.
Need fresh troops.
Well, I'm going to be honest, Unicorn. I kind of don't anymore. I'm sort of... Oh, you killed that guy again. Good. I think he's Alice's special agent. I don't think he's supposed to be able to die that quickly, but I think our agents are just awfully good. Monstrous Swarm would give armour and melee defence for Fell Bats. Not bad, but we don't actually use Fell Bats. I think we want to sort of head on towards the Invoke or Animalistic Hunger. Although, to be honest, at this rate, I think we're going to be finished this episode, because I don't think there's anyone to stop us. You can have that one. And you can have that one. Sorted. I could make them do other things, but I don't think I need to. Are you going to garrison? No, you're running away. No, run away? Oh, you want to go and beat up Arkan? Well, then Arkan came and kicked the shit out of you, didn't he? That wasn't very bright. That wasn't very smart. Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, how I enjoy.
Hello, Ungrim. What's up, buddy? You want a peace treaty? No. No, yes, I'm going to reject you. No, I don't care. I mean, I haven't moved against you, so I don't know why you're so desperate for a peace treaty. It just doesn't matter. Concentrate on dealing with the vampires. That's what I would. If you wanted any advice from me, a necromancer, it would be definitely kill the vampires. Okie dokie. So we still do have a big old garrison here. So we're going to move in.
Find me grave-bound.
So I think what we need to do is if we come over to this and we upgrade this and then we go in for the kill because I want that black pyramid. So, Heinrich, you're going first.
Minions commit.
Yep, we're going to continue the siege. And then we're going to move Stuart in to assist.
Now they die.
And we're going to take the Vault of Nagash. There's a black pyramid of Nagash floating above for some reason. Looks like the Goa'uld spaceships from Star Trek, doesn't it? Is it float or is it just really kind of weirdly I don't quite know. But either way, there it is. That's our goal. The goal of the campaign. Didn't think I'd reach it quite so quickly, but well, for some the campaign is over already. Never mind. So Kemmler is charging towards the gates. We've got the Terrorgeist and the Vargeist flying overhead. The poor Karen race have been taking a lot of archer fire. A lot. And Stuart is on his way to assist. There goes Stuart on the Zombal Dragon and the Vargeists and Blood Knights and all those terrifying monstrosities that are going to help win us the campaign. Off we go, guys. Good job. You're going to hit the other gates. Meanwhile, we're going to throw everyone at this gate because basically there's no point sitting outside the city defences. We're just going to get bombarded just like our Hex Wraiths over there. The Vargeists have landed sort of on the walls in some cases. There's a Terrorgeist just eating one lone skeleton. Come on, buddy. You got this. There we go. That's slightly better. Devils of Schwarzhafen doing slightly better. They've already managed to maul their way through about half a unit of skeletons. Good job, guys. Enemy gates are down, but it's actually the other gates that are down first. And a unit of skeletons here, which is going to get a nasty surprise when our flying squad comes around behind. I did tell them to come behind. Stuart decided to walk through. I mean, whichever way works, really. I mean, it's all fine, isn't it? So we're going to come in and land amongst this lot. That lot going down very nicely. Very good. Excellent. Over here, the gate is still... Is it down? Almost down. It's down. It's down. And in comes the Necrosphinx to beat up Dad's rad disco cart. Jeffrey's in there as well. Wow, the Sphinx gets... Dad's rad disco cart just rammed the Sphinx and knocked it back. And the Vargeist getting stuck in. There's the Devils of Schwarzhafen. There's some more Vargeists landing in amongst the big old blob of skeletons here. Doing our best to break through. Taking a bit of archer fire there. It's not too bad. The Stuart's flying squadron is on its way to lend support. So it's now flying across the city to land... or attempt to land in the midst of this big blob. Some Ushabti being spawned. That's going to slow us down a little bit. Jeffrey's doing his best. He has smashed through and here we go. There's a nice blob of infantry here which is just screaming for a wind of death. Which still does a little rebound and flies off to do nothing. But, you know what? That did quite a lot of damage anyway. I think that was Kemmler's one. How many kills did he get, Kemmler? Can we find Kemmler? Kemmler, 116 kills. Not bad at all. Meanwhile, Stuart's flying force has arrived and we've got our own little squadron here. So they're going to come round behind the enemy army. And then we're just going to use a little breath attack to do some damage. Some blobs of skeletons down here. So we're going to do a little blat there. Another little bit. It's not bad. Knocks a big hole in. And then we're going to land. And just smash our way through these skeletons and into the city. Some more infantry is moving in to try and block us, but it's not really going to work. Is it Stuart? Stuart does not give a shit. No, he does not. Meanwhile, the other gates, our Blood Knights have engaged these units of Tomb Guard and are now pushing on towards the centre of the city. You can see Tracy has already got stuck in. She's just throwing herself. Is that a good idea, Tracy? Is that fine? Are you going to be alright? Fingers crossed. We need to break through these guys as our Blood Knights doing their good stuff. They're taking a lot of artillery fire though. We've managed to deal with these, and the Sylvanian crossbowmen coming around to open fire on the skeleton spearmen. Meanwhile, at the gates, we've managed to break through and are now pushing on towards the centre of the city, being led by Geoffrey and Stuart. Ushabti goes flying there, and Varghese goes flying there. And we're not holding back, we're just heading straight for the centre of the city. Tracy's in quite a lot of trouble here. However, we do have a lot of flying units. That's I think we've got 3 Terrorgeists, 7 units of Vargheists, and Stuart. And we're just going to smash our way through, just landed directly on top of all of these skeletons. Just tearing them apart. Kemmler's in here as well somewhere. There he is. I don't know how Kemmler managed to get here. He's quite quick actually. He's quite speedy. The Blood Knights still trying to smash their way through this Tomb Guard. Sylvanian crossbowmen firing wildly into the mob there. I don't really care. They catch some of our units. It's not a big deal. Kemmler's going to buff our units up, and then to help out the Blood Knights, he's going to bring in Krell. Krell's here. Of course he is. Big hobnail. What do you think you're doing, you losers? There we go. Smash them. See, as soon as Krell arrives, suddenly those skeletons are like, nope, I've had enough of this. I'm just going to lie down. And Krell, he does not get this Tomb King blatting him. Doesn't give a shit. That's it, Krell. Boom. He's down. Krell is victorious once again. That Blood Knight just died from the sheer shock of seeing Krell. And the entire enemy army is dead. And the Pyramid of Nagash, the Black Pyramid of Nagash, is all ours. And with the Vault of Nagash under our control, the campaign is over. Well, I had to build Necromancer Tower as well, but you didn't want to watch me just end turn 4 times in a row to get that done. I've put the end screen battle stats up here just in case anyone was interested, what the numbers were, and also what the Vault of Nagash actually does. It's a very powerful building. Very, very strong, but obviously you have to go quite a way to get it, so I guess that does make sense. But there we go, that's the end of the campaign, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.